You want to feel loved? Go find a boyfriend. You feel ugly? Go find a boyfriend who's going to validate the fact that you're not ugly. At least if you can get a boyfriend, that means you're not ugly. You feeling fat? Go get a boyfriend who will tell you you are stufuza. You know, I love you the way you are. The things that you are here for, that you need to love yourself out of, they have absolutely nothing to do with your individual situation. Recently, somebody sent me a message and said to me, I don't feel loved. What is wrong with me? Because I feel like nobody loves me, right? That's how this thing was birthed. Like, it's very recent. We have a go-to remedy in life in general for things which have absolutely nothing to do with what we are going through. And that home remedy is Mjolo. There's nothing wrong with Mjolo, ne? The problem with it is that we want to use it for things that it's not intended for. You want to feel loved? Go find a boyfriend. You feel ugly? Go find a boyfriend who's going to validate the fact that you're not ugly. At least if you can get a boyfriend, that means you're not ugly. You feeling fat? Go get a boyfriend who will tell you you are stufuza. You know, I love you the way you are. You get what I'm saying? Literally, we take everything and we make it about, we make Mjolo our go-to remedy for every single thing, even things which were not intended to be cured by Mjolo. The fact that you don't feel loved, you don't need Mjolo to cure that. You need to go find yourself, love yourself, understand what is the problem, what is wrong with you, what is it with you that says, I don't love myself? But because that is a lot of work, it includes pedaling, river rafting. So because it needs me to do that, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit here in the still waters and I'm going to do Mjolo instead. And Mjolo anyisane, kare Mjolo asiwona, because I went there to be validated, or I'm beautiful enough, I'm worthy of being loved. Like, literally, you should be able to be enough and feel like you don't need validation from somebody else who's gonna come. Because remember, when somebody validates you, whenever they don't feel like validating you, it's finished with you. That is why sometimes you find that maybe I can't be single. I want to be in a relationship. Once this relationship is done, there must just be somebody here. Because when I'm alone, like, you mean to tell me you want to be lonely for the rest of your life? You want to be miserable for the rest of your life? So the remedy that we're using for not being miserable is Mjolo. And Mjolo was never intended to remedy misery. If you're miserable, you need to go deal with your misery without having to involve Mjolo, right? I used to be Mahang, right? Mahang is a sunny. For me to prove that I'm a good enough human being, I had to be somebody's wife. And if I'm divorced, that means that there must be something wrong with me. And I need to validate that, no, something was not wrong with me by getting into another marriage, which is far worse than the previous marriage. And I suffer more because, listen, I'm a good enough, you can actually live with me. I'm a good enough human being. I'm good enough, okay? The problem is that I'm just not getting the right people, but I'm good enough. But you're approaching it the wrong way. You are using a home remedy. Yeah. What can I... You're using sunlight, man. For the card. Yes, you're using sunlight for a card. There'll be a time where sunlight will work for you. Like if you're constipated or you feel like nyoko, I don't even know what nyoko is. Maybe then you'll have it. I also forgot I have one go-to remedy when I feel like I ate a lot of sweet stuff and in a nyoko, I drink a lot of apple juice and I get a running tummy, and after that my system starts working well. But I can't drink a whole lot of apple juice because I want to cure a headache. I can't drink a whole lot of apple juice because I want to cure fatigue. I can only drink that and it works for me in that department. But this home remedy that we have, or society instead has drilled down to it being a home remedy for every single thing, even things that have nothing to do. Like literally half of your situations, half of your problems, half of things that you have to love yourself out of actually have absolutely nothing to do. But I'm here to tell you today, you're not here from Jolo. The things that you are here for, that you need to love yourself out of, they have absolutely nothing to do with your Jolo situation. Because your Mjolo situation should just be like a side. It's not the main. And we are taking it and we're making it a main. And I need you to understand what the main that you should be dealing with is yourself. Every issue that you have on the inside of you, everything that you've ever had to come out of, and you need to love yourself out of that. It is you loving yourself out of that first. Then Jolo will just be you. Oh, Ghana, I have. You understand what I'm saying? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Somebody asked me, Are, if you were not financially abused, were you still going to be married to the same guy? And I always emphasize that the guy that I was married to, he's got a very beautiful heart. But here's the thing. I have middle child issues. These middle child issues didn't come in the marriage. I came with them in the marriage. But because this person, because I'm trying to fill the void, and I don't want to deal with my middle child issues. Instead, I want to do things for people. I just told you guys last night that I will never do a camp on my birthday weekend. Because of my middle child issues, I always want to put myself last. So I feel like it's more fulfilling for me to do a camp than to celebrate myself. For this camp, I'm gonna love myself out of not putting myself first. Meaning that this camp will always be a reminder for me to say, listen, next year on your birthday, you're doing you. You will do the camp on other weekends and stuff. But when it's time for you to do you, you will appreciate you because you appreciate everybody else. Like literally what you do is you give people what you desire that they can give you. And they don't give you that because they think that's you. That's who you are. You are just a giving person like that. You're just a loving person like that. Can't you know? You're trying to demonstrate to them, or this is how I want to be loved. This is what I'm lacking on the inside of me. So, but then because they can't give you that, you keep giving. When you're an enabler of certain things, when you are a people pleaser, because that's also a problem. A lot of us, especially middle children, I relate with middle children a lot, and it's not even applicable to only a middle child, right? When you're a people pleaser, you go an extra mile for other people, Mara. You can never do that for yourself. And when people don't do it for you, you say, it's okay. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. I'm going to emphasize on that. Because now, as a people pleaser, and I'm struggling, and I'm trying to love myself out of that, I chose that instead of me blowing my own horn on my birthday and say, girl, you did a lot. You did so well for yourself. I'm gonna sit here and you guys are gonna be happy, and I'm gonna translate that as happiness for me, and it's not happiness for me. I love being here, I love what we're doing, but I need to love myself out of that. So the significance of me doing it now is that I need to love myself out of putting other people before me. Even, my goodness, my birthday. On other people's birthdays, I do everything, but on my birthday, it's okay, Nobody does anything and it's fine. Because people are used to the fact that now this one, giving is a ministry. Putting people first is a ministry. It's not a ministry, that thing. It's you crying out. And then you go into a relationship with all that baggage of you being a people pleaser. And when the person that you're getting into a relationship with sees that when you actually like pleasing people, hoping that they will love you in return, they're going to make sure or they use that. Because meaning that if you were not a people pleaser, this is me responding to a person who said to me that, would you be married if it was not because of the financial abuse? Would you still be married? That guy was never going to pick me to marry me. Because if I was not a people pleaser, then I was not going to be of any use to him. Meaning that it's not about if this was not there, if that was not there. It's a matter of, I have issues that I brought into my marriage. And these issues have absolutely nothing to do. Like that's what I'm saying, we're not here because of Jolo. You are here for you to deal with your own issues so that when you now go into another person's life, or if you are in another person's life, you don't feel like that person is responsible for you or to make you feel a certain way. You are holistically responsible for making yourself feel good. And then when somebody comes in and brings you happiness and brings you all these things, it's an added thing to what is already there. Meaning that if that is being taken away or it's still there, it will not change who you are as a you. Like from the inside out, you will know yourself, you will understand yourself, and you will love yourself. You will know that you are self-sufficient. But we seek validation so much, and that's what I'm saying with Mjolo. Shame. Poor Mjolo is suffering things that he does not even know, because we are taking it and we're making it a home remedy for everything. Meaning that every situation, every trauma that you're suffering from, because you don't want to peddle yourself out of there, you want to use Mjolo as a remedy. I don't love myself, so I'm going to get this guy, and he loves me. I'm going to make sure that I make, like, he always loves me because I'm gonna keep feeding what he's getting from me. I'm gonna keep giving. I'm gonna keep buying things. I'm gonna keep coming through for him. If he doesn't pay this, I'm gonna pay because that's who I am, right? I come through for people. I'm a people rescuer. So when I rescue people, then at least I will feel like I'm alive. I'll feel like I'm doing something. So when I do that, that's who they say. Actually, that's who you are portraying yourself as to them. You are showing them, Ori, this is who I am. Nah, get nastering. You know the last exercise. I love exercises. The last exercise that I did with my ex before we went for a divorce, when we were writing, Ori, what do you love about me? What do you hate about me and stuff? That guy said to me, you are strong. He said you are strong. And I heard his friend's wife saying that the husband used to complain a lot and say, why can't you be like Pacey? Because Pacey is strong. Meaning my strength, that's me enduring abuse, right? My strength is me carrying the family alone, right? And that my pain that I'm hoping that eventually one day I'm gonna get out of. Somebody's translating that as strength. Somebody's saying that they prefer me to be there for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I should be in pain just in the name of me being strong. And I must take that as a compliment. I prefer to be strong for me, for things that only benefit me. If whatever that is in my cup is running over and you are benefiting from my strength, good for you. That's why I'm saying, Uri, even this camp, when I'm doing it, I want it for me. If it's giving for you as well, I'm happy for you, good for you. But I want it for me first. It should benefit me first. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to Mjolo being a go-to remedy for everything, instead of you peddling yourself out of feeling neglected by your parents when you're growing up, you would rather go for Mjolo. This guy will validate you, you are good enough, you're important because I love you, you are here. If I didn't pick you, I picked you because you're good enough, damn it. So you should know that that's validating. That's validating to say, okay, I'm lovable. At least there's somebody who's loving me. Meaning that now that person that you are using, you are replacing that void which is on the inside of you with. And you decide that you're going to depend on their love for survival. When they take it away from you, what do? You crash. What do? All these antidepressant tablets that we are drinking that we never drank because of Mjolo. It's not because these men are so cruel, they're so terrible, like Bona, they're animals. Okay, some of them are, but it's not because of that. It's because of what we present ourselves as to them, to say, now this is what I'm capable of doing. This is what I'm capable of. You can use me. I'm usable. I'm user friendly. You understand? And when they now use you because you are user friendly, you complain and you say, this man abused me. This man took advantage of me. They took advantage of you because you enabled that advantage. You enabled them to take advantage of you because you said to yourself, Nashem, I can take care of everybody. Mama, I can take care of you and your family. Like my sisters-in-laws, my brothers-in-laws, come here. I will take care of you because now I'm in the ministry of giving. I'm in the ministry of uniting people. I'm in the ministry of making sure wherever people are, there's always laughter, but at my expense. It's painful for me, but I'm calling it a ministry. And do you honestly believe that people who are benefiting from that system will complain on your behalf to say, oh no, you are giving too much, man, you must stop now. So that can never happen, because unless you wake up one morning and you say, from here in this boat where I'm sitting, where I'm choosing not to paddle because it's comfortable for me here, because having to paddle is a lot of work. Having to work on loving myself is a lot of work. Do I really want to do this, or I'm comfortable with sitting here and dying a dignified death? I'm always going to go back to the dignified death. Dying a dignified death, because at least when I'm sitting here, nobody sees my pain. But the minute I start peddling, attention is now being attracted to me, and then people now can see, or actually, no, man, who hectic, Mola, that girl is bitter, man. That girl is angry, man. That girl, when it's necessary for you to be angry, you must be angry. When it's necessary for you to be bitter, you must be bitter. These are things which are happening there's a reason why there's a name for that thing, because you're a human being, you are living. So you must live through these things, through them. So when we are sitting in still waters, which are running very deep, right there in the middle of the dam, you are sitting there because when I paddle, people are going to start looking at me. When I peddle, people are now gonna start calling me names. When I peddle now, this and that is going to happen. Who are you doing a favor if people are benefiting from you being you, but you are hurting from you being you? So I need this to be part of. I'm so happy that I can see people are writing down already on the pieces of paper to say, this is what I need you to take with you when you go to the water. This is why I'm saying Saturday for me is the heart of the camp. To say, when you go into the water and you say, like literally guys, this has absolutely, when I say this has absolutely nothing to do with anybody, it doesn't even have anything to do with your spouse. Like, it has got nothing to do with them. Because when you are working on yourself, it's just too bad that now when you have worked on yourself so much and they've been benefiting with things that have been hurting you, then they're going to have to suffer. But at the end of the day, when it comes to you and what is good for you and what will make you live, it's got absolutely nothing to do with anybody else. My brothers love themselves so much and they put themselves first so much. It's only one or two that you will see, or okay, this one, you know, the breadwinners most. One or two breadwinners you will see, hey, this one, Yashem, they are really having middle child issues. They're suffering because they must now take care of everybody and everything, and they don't even, you know, you can't even enjoy your marriage as a middle child, even as a guy, because you must please everybody at home. But in most cases, it's us women, because we seek validation from, and I can't blame us for being this way. This is how we were raised. Like guys, even today when I go home, my grandmother still asks me, "Yale, ngwana ka, oh, bereka bya, o bereka bya nga ngugo." Like my grandmother really feels that I can't be sitting like this. Like I should be able to find, at least if you don't want to go back to ex-husband, find another husband. You understand? That's what they've been taught. That's what they know. That's what they understand, and I can't blame them for that. But now what I'm saying is that we are moving away from that, and it's a painful thing for people who have been benefiting from that, because now when you say I can't do that, I will not be doing that. If it's not benefiting me, then I'm not doing it. Then those who've been benefiting, it's like literally corruption. People who are benefiting from corruption, when we say we are stopping it now, it's painful for them because they won't be benefiting anymore. But for you, we're suffering from it. You know, okay, I'll do me, you'll do you. Understand what I'm saying? So when you go into the water and you love yourself back to life, you love yourself out of a whole lot of things. I was thinking about another issue when I was sitting there. I have an issue that, like guys, it's a lot of us. It's just that now I'm gonna share with you guys, because I mean, if I'm not sharing, then why did I say let's do this thing, right? I have an issue with my aunt passing. She passed away. I took her from home and I stayed with her in my house, and she passed away in 2018, right? I was angry at God because that is the next thing after my mom. My mom has been late since 2005. That's the last mom that I have left. God, can you understand? And on the day when she died, I was on fasting. Yeah, I was on fasting for her to recover. Ne? But now the thing is that what angers me is not just the fact that my aunt passed away and God left us without another mother figure. It's the fact that I have an aunt who is older than her, my mom's older sister, that for some reason I feel like she's the reason why her siblings died. Because my aunt on her deathbed, she said that Mamulwao took me to Kalmaswasho, and since that day I've been feeling a burning sensation. When my mom died, we were still young, but I know that Mam Hulwaka was there the whole time. You understand? She was the one who is taking her siblings, like Moramma, you take them everywhere, right? But when I look at all my mother's siblings who have passed away, my aunt was always there. So for me now, my anger now redirects and goes back to her to say, no, man. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, Ori, these are some of the things that I have personally packed. I packed them away and I said, I still need to come back and deal with this one. I still need to come back and deal with the actual passing of my mom. Before my aunt, even my aunt, to tell you the truth, the hospital where she died in Lipalale, I don't go there. I don't like going there. Like, I break down when I get to the hospital. So it just goes to show you, with the 33 years that I've been alive, there are so many things that I still need to heal from. It's not just this that you are seeing, you are bitter, you are angry about this. there's an ocean of things that you need to be healing from on a daily basis. You need to be loving yourself out of on a daily basis, and it's not even about if you've been in a relationship or not. It's not even about some of the things that we have to heal from. They have absolutely nothing to do with the relationship. That's why I'm saying relationship is side. If it's not a side, I don't even know what that thing is, but it's not the main thing. As our parents and our grandparents have always portrayed it to be, to say it's all about that. When you are living to get married. When you understand what I'm saying? There's a you. There was you before marriage. We say this a lot when things didn't work out and you are like, okay, I'm thinking now, but there was me. I found this guy with 32 teeth. So now I can't die because of this person. The reason why relationships affect us so much is not because we love more than men love us. It's simply because of what we have used it as in our life, what we make it represent in our life. We make it a go-to remedy for everything. So in everything that you need to deal with from your entire existence, instead of you dealing with them head on, instead of you peddling yourself out of that situation, you say, I'm gonna get a guy, or a guy who approaches me. No, let's do a relationship. A relationship fails, you still have to go back to that emptiness. You still have to go back to that loneliness. You still have to go back to the fact that you never felt love when you were growing up. So failing relationship, meaning that the time you spent with that person didn't actually solve the problem that you had, which is internalized, right? Meaning that so many things, or the time that you spend in that relationship, had you spent half of it focusing on what needs to be dealt with internally without involving other people, it's a love letter, it's a personal thing between you and your God. You would have solved half of your problems. You would not have solved them with relationships. And guys, listen, now when I talk, I'm speaking about myself. If you relate, it's good. I'm saying that had I not had middle child issues, had I not been a people pleaser, not only would I not have been married to that guy, but I was not going to be suffering divorce and suffering losing everything, because I would have dealt with my middle child issues. But I didn't know better. I didn't even know that I had middle child issues and they were that deep. I had to now go back to the drawing board, go back and within myself and say, okay, what is the problem? What could have gone right had I done things differently? And the truth of the matter is that the thing that needs to be dealt with is not how to navigate around the relationship or your next relationship. It's how to navigate around yourself, how to work on yourself. Then it will be effortless. Then you can spot bullshit from a mile away. Then you won't have to take so many red flags and you sweep them up under the carpet. Then you won't have to say the devil is a liar when the devil is not even involved in your situation. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, Bazalwan, where's that Bazalwan sister of mine? There she is. A lot of us, Bazalwan, we think red flags is the devil. You understand what I'm saying? And remember the thing about red flags, about me getting together with my brother, and I find that no man, there's something I don't like about him. Something is off. The treatment that one person, a guy can give me may not be the same as the treatment that he can give the next person. It depends on what I enable and what I accept and what I'm willing to accept. It's the same, it's the same thing as when you're in a marriage or in a relationship, guy brings baby number one from the outside. You accept that baby. Trust me, trust and believe. 20 babies are coming. Because you allowed it, and he will go as far as rewarding you with a ring because you are guys, you are the champion of strength. You understand what I'm saying? And I remember, there's nothing wrong with this guy and what he's doing. He didn't. Oh, Ghana, when you relate, there's nothing wrong with this guy and what he did when he made a baby. That's what he wanted to do. That felt good to him, and he did it. And he's not even, guys. Making a baby is a process. So there's no way it was an accident. You understand what I'm saying? He's doing what is good for him. Bravo to him. Because he loved himself enough to say, nobody on the face of the earth is going to stop me from doing what I love. What you then decide to accept is absolutely none of his business. That's why when you accept such things, you think people are going to change. You think, okay, because I accepted him and his kids and this and that, I did this, I did that, I never get a thank you in return. Well, a thank you in return is not what you deserve. Because if you were living your life and people are are benefiting from you just living your life which you are enjoying, then you are not going to be expecting a thank you. But because you are bending your own back backwards and thinking people will appreciate you, you get mad when they don't appreciate you. I got mad when I found out that the only thing nice about me is that I'm strong. And knowing that that strength has been killing me for the past 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? Mara, why should I be mad then? Because this person is being honest to say, if it was not for the strength, I would not have married you. If it was not for the fact that you can rescue me, I would not have married you. If it was not because of these things that you're doing to yourself, thinking that people will reward you, you're not going to get the reward from people. The reward that you're going to get is from yourself. Then if other people are benefiting from it, it's just a plus on top of what you're already doing for yourself. So basically that is what this camp is all about. I'm not about to tell you or write the name of the guy that broke your heart down and throw him into the door. It's not even about anybody. It's about you. And the things that you're going to be writing down and throwing into the water and making sure that you love yourself out of, they have absolutely, like literally guys, if your heart has been broken and you've been depressed because of what this person did to you, I need you to get me right. You're not loving yourself to prove a point to that guy. You are correcting yourself because you should have done better and you didn't because you didn't know better. But now it's about you. It's not about you proving a point to anybody. It's not about you saying, Bona, this guy, things will never go well with it. Like guys, you will be so disappointed when people are prospering even after they did things to you. So the focus should never even be about, it's not about your neighbor. This is a love letter from you to you. There is nobody's name in that love letter. I have issues with my aunt, but I will never write her name down to say my aunt this and that. I will say I need to accept and come to terms with the fact that my mom is late. My aunt, whom I saw as my mom, is late. I must just make peace with that. Or what happens to the other one? I won't win. I'm not gonna win if I do that. So basically that is all that I wanted to say. I have 5 minutes. Hey, yo guys, I'm so happy right now. Yeah, because okay, the thing that I wanted to do before we go in there. Okay, and another, just one announcement there. I said that if you see me passing somewhere along the way, because I don't think we're gonna have a chance to just sit for 1 hour talking and whatnot. So just grab me by the hand and say, well, nah, girl, come here. Then you say to me whatever it is that you would like us to talk about in private, if there's anything. If this is enough, if this is good enough, then also I'm happy if you're happy. The reason why I'm saying I'm shocked that I only have 15 minutes is because I thought we were going to be having an open discussion regarding what we are talking about now, to say how do we then, what is the game plan? I could learn from what you are thinking, or would be an ideal way for you, or a plan, or I could make you see reason to say, okay, that sounds good, but maybe if you can also do, you understand what I'm saying? That's actually what I wanted. So we can continue. How much time are you giving me now? You're negotiating time.
We're an hour, yeah.
Really? It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Thank you guys. Okay, I don't know if anybody would like to go first, because I would so love for this to be an open discussion type of thing. What home? To me. Go on. Yeah. Okay, you know what, my brother? I think just cut that one there. Yeah.